Hi ho, I am Igroglaz and today I'll tell you about Incremental Epic Hero 2. This is a guide for new players. And first of all, a few words about this game. If you didn't play it, it's one of the best idle RPG games around. One of the most complex and diverse and interesting games in this genre. Okay, so it was introduction. If you just started, some basic stuff. In the right part of the screen, your hero, one of several classes. There are 6 different classes. You defeat monsters. Monsters, they live in different locations. Different monsters drop different goods, but also they drop main resources. It's gold, stone, crystal and leaf. So gold drop for everyone, while stone, crystal and leaf, it's based on the type of hero. So for example, if you play warrior, you get stone. If you play wizard, you get crystal. If you play angel, you get leaf when you defeat monsters. You start with just warrior, but later on you can level up your guild and open more characters. And at some point you will be able to play them at the same time, and you can switch between heroes through guild interface. Let's first talk about heroes' abilities. It's basically stats like strength, intelligence, agility, like in all RPG games. In a few words, if you just started with a warrior, just level up your strength. Because strength it gives you physical defense and attack. It's what you would mostly use as a warrior. Also, you could put a few points like 5 to vitality, 5 to agility, 5 to intelligence, just to be able to equip certain items, because items they have requirements, and when you just start to play it's kinda useful, but later on you would just focus at one stat, or later on you might use different builds. There are a lot of options in this game depending on which spot you are right now. So just if you just started, for warrior it's strength, for wizard it's intelligence mainly, for angel it's half of strength, half of intelligence. There is an after ability point adder, so you could just put here 1 for example for angel, so it will automatically deposit all your stat points to these 2 priorities and then activate it. There are a lot of such useful things. You could buy them in Epic Store. This is free-to-play game, and developer is very generous person. Everything possible with just free-to-play. But if you want to support development, you could of course like buy something and increase your progress. But for now, I am very happy with just playing totally free-to-play. It's I bought a lot of upgrades already, so it's fun. Okay, so it's considering abilities. Next thing, it's quests. It's quite confusing at first, but the most important thing that in this game, all the time you make rebirths. There are several types of rebirths. When you just start, you would make rebirth tier 1, and when you do it, you reset certain stuff. You reset hero level and experience and general quest. So in quest tab, this general quest, you shouldn't be worried about it, and you shouldn't focus at them very much at first. But global quest, daily quest and title quest, they would preserve always. So global and title. title. So you should try to go through it. So when you just start to play, do all the tutorial quests, because they would give you a lot of information useful. And yeah, and do title quests, because they would give you titles, and these titles they preserve over rebirths, and they give you very nice bonuses. And general quests, interesting thing about them, that when you do this quest again and again, and you would make like thousands of rebirths in this game, and it will be automated. So there is an after rebirth option which you could customize, and it's first time when I see such system in idle games where you could make like thousands of rebirths, and you would farm this general quest. So every time when you make a quest, next time you could level up this quest, and it would bring you more and more rewards. So this thing it would also preserve when you would make some stuff. It's called as ascension, when you make full reset of everything. So there are two types of reset of your progress. It's rebirths, when you just reset small part of current progress. You do not like remove buildings, you do not remove guild levels, so you preserve a lot. You just at first you just reset your levels, which are very easy to level up, very easy, very fast. And also general quests, which is very nice to reset them, because with after rebirthing later on you will be able to level up them and get different bonuses. And second, it's kind of hard reset, it's called ascension. And ascension, it's kind of there is, if you would hover this I button, you would see what's resetted and what's not. So most of your progress resetted, and it's kind of, you should make your first world ascension in a week or later, I would say, when you just start to play. So it's, you wouldn't do it you shouldn't do it too fast when you would be able right on. It's better to postpone it a bit, but it would reset everything. And but later on, when you would make more and more world ascension, you would also preserve different aspects of progress. And also important to say that yes, it's not everything you reset. So I'll make a detailed guide about world ascension when I'll tell you how to prepare for world ascension, and yeah, we will do it together. So yeah, it's considering quests. Try to do title quests, especially monster study quests, class master, because it would give you more slots. So these skill slots, you could always like change them, you could add more, make different builds. And also it's possible to add, what I like about this system in this game, that it's possible to put skills from different classes to your another class. So you could use, there is a global skill slots where you could put skills from other classes. It makes builds very diverse. So for example, right now I switched, okay, let's switch for, because this wizard, you see, he's teleporting all the time, so it's not easy to look at it. So let's take a look at this guy. He's a bit slower, at angel. So considering skills, yeah, from about quests I said, so focus on global and title quests, and daily quests, they are good. And first thing in Epic Store which you should buy right on, it's this quality of life 1, additional epic coin daily quest, and improving minimum daily quest rarity. So it's first two things which you must buy for epic coins, because they would give you better daily quest which would give you this premium currency, this special epic coins. Yeah, so focus at global and title quests, and when you just start, do not focus at general at all, because later on you would do them automatically. So when I make rebirth, some of the quests, you could make them favorite, and okay, let me do rebirth right now, so you would see my character, as you could see, Angel, 266 level, so I make tier 2 rebirth. You could wait a bit more and make tier 3, but okay, let's make tier 2. It's alright, it's also useful. So I make this rebirth, and you see I start with first level. It's already level 58. When I clean like first 2 locations, it's already almost it would become 100. So it's very fast going, and also all your abilities, they automatically increased, so it's not really boring or hard thing to do this stuff. And yeah, I forgot to turn on after rebirthing. So if you would turn it on, you would see that these quests, they would be done automatically, and you see you could level up them pretty quickly. So when you just start, first like 2-3 days, do not focus at general quests. It would be easier to finish them later. Next thing is skills. Yes, as I said, the cool thing about this game that you can mix skills from different classes. There are a lot of ways to open class skill slots, and some ways to open global skill slots. All this you would find in explanation in your global quest. There are a lot of tutorial and also help button, useful. So anyway, when you would open this global skill slots, for example, right now I am an angel, and if I'll take a look wizard skills, I could like assign, for example, blizzard. Let's move on to another location. Yeah, so I assigned blizzard skill, which working on all battlefield. It's global huge radius skill. Or we could make some teleporting together with blizzard. Actually, it's quite all right. Next thing, so yeah, experiment. There are no perfect build. You could always improve, and it's limited. You see, each class used his own resource on improving skills. So for warrior you use stone. So if you turn on warrior, every time when we defeat monster, we get this stone, and we could improve skill levels. Maximum skill level is 250, and each time when you level up your skill, you also increase passive effects. And each skill has own passive effects, and these passive effects, they are very powerful. And here I want to share my own strategy. So my main hero is Angel. Why? Because Angel has all his skills, they give you very nice buffs. So it's kind of buffer. It's like Paladin if you play Diablo 2. And he has heal. Also nice thing to push. Though some warriors, they prefer like muscle inflation, for example, instead of heal, because heal it's also this skills, they channel this. It's like auras. They take some mana, limit some part of mana. When you just start to play, and if you are limited with the mana, you would use some equipment. We will talk about it later. So for now, just my advice to go with an angel. When you just start, this God Bless gives huge bonuses, especially hit points, and also like mana points. So this way, if you play through Angel class, you do not need to worry about pushing anything to vitality. You could just focus at some minimalistic build. But also, of course, agility, it's nice because you would have more speed. So right now, for example, this location where I farm, it might be nice to put, not at this because here I need some damage, but some other my heroes which farm right now low level location where they have too much DPS, so it might be worth to change the build to put more agility, to make faster moving speed, even though I used two teleporting skills, one from thief class and one from warrior, so the shield charge. Also luck give you critical chance, which is a solid thing, but a lot of time in this game you would farm levels where you one hit all enemies, so at early stage at least, so you wouldn't need to push for a long time. So considering skills, main hero Angel, it would be solid choice, you wouldn't regret about it. And for Angel, it's useful to take skills from Wizard, Warrior, and Thief. By the way, Thief is also a very powerful class. There is a kind of strategy, you could say, that you see all classes in this game, they grouped by the resource. So Stone, Heroes, it's Warrior and Thief. Crystal, it's Wizard and Archer, and Leaf, it's Angel and Timer. Thing is that it's nice to focus your main hero and sidekick hero second of the same time, of the same type, but it's very interesting strategic choice. For example, right now I'm still not decided how I want to play it because a lot of options. For example, Thief, he is very powerful because he has stuff like Pilfer, which could be used to farm super rare resources like Black Pearl and others from Mimics. Also, you could use Thief, it's just good DPS, so he has very useful teleportation, very useful class, very good one. At the same time, he is not the same resource as Angel, so he is the same as Warrior, and Timer, it's another class, very powerful one, which is not opened for me yet. To open, you need guild level 60. I'm 51, and I think I would soon make ascension, and only after ascension I'll open. But I'm not sure yet. I'm still not sure when I'll make my first ascension. But I do not hurry in it. Every players have their own kind of feeling about it. No pressure. So you should kind of decide which class would be good for you, but my choice for now, right now I mostly use Angel and Wizard. Wizard because of the Blizzard skill, which is working globally on the whole map, so it's kind of a nice one, though it's cast time quite big, like more than 1 second. It's a lot. But yeah, I think maybe I'll switch to Thief later on. So there are a lot of builds, a lot of interesting tactics, and you would be able at first, when you just start to play and you put some skills from other classes to your main hero, or you might have like you might have no main hero, you could play all heroes equally. So when you just use at your hero skills from other heroes to put it in global slot, you can at first they wouldn't give you passive effects, which is important to note. So to be able to get passive effects from the skills, you would need rebirth tier 2, which is called a talent which is called sharing skill passive effect. It's super important effect for pushing, because this way would give you auras like God Bless, a lot of useful stuff. you would have from it. So yeah, but even though at first you do not have the passive effects, even without passive effects, it's super useful to have this global slot, so focus on getting it. Next, upgrade tab. It's quite straightforward. You just put all your gold into increasing generation rate of your main sources. It's first tab. And second, give you different bonuses. At first, these bonuses, they're quite important, and they kind of, so for example, as I do not like to play from Vitality, for me this increasing hit points through general 2 for new players, I'll say, for new players, it's super important thing. So you want to put some point stuff here, but later on it wouldn't be so critical. By the way, there is a useful thing to not to click a lot of times when you want to level up something, but there is at left top corner there is a way. If you right click your mouse, it will be maximum amount. If left click, you could kind of move back. So I mostly use 1 or biggest number. So I switch to biggest number, I put all my stuff here, and I switched back. Yeah, so here gold cap is super important also, because very soon you would go into the wall of this gold cap, and with these upgrades you would be able to go through it and make the general upgrades. Thing is that don't forget about quests. There are quests which increase your upgrade queue. So if you right click here, you could increase your upgrade queue. So if you put this game and you go to sleep, for example, it could be useful. So by the way, this game it has some offline rewards. For example, Nitro can be useful when you just start and you do not produce it. Later on you would just craft it. But in general, yes, online it's better. So it's better to leave this game always running at your PC. So you could play casually. I most of the time I turn it off because I'm casual guy. So yeah, this offline queue might be useful to put your resources so they wouldn't overfill to maximum. Also, later on you would open slime bank. It would fill up when you have maximum gold and you do not spend it. You would start filling slime bank. Also, it has some nice rewards. Next, configuring equipment. This is important thing. At first you have only one slot, so let me just turn some of my new heroes, like for example Thief. And you see my Thief, so already has some, but you would start with simple one slot. So put something there. There are 4 slots in equipment: weapon, armor, jewelry, and utility. And you should always put something inside, even if it doesn't match. So your warrior could have magical stuff in his hand, or your mage could have huge sword. It's all right. Thing is that every time when you have something wielded or worn, you level up this like proficiency with this item. You become better in using it. And at first limit of this proficiency, it's 10, level 10 maximum. And it's your goal to increase this level up to 10 for each item, for different items, because there is a title quests, apprentice of weapon, armor, jewelry. When you finish them, you get this empty slot. So this way you could have much more equipment. Like, for example, this is equipment of my Angel. You see how much slots, and it's not all. It's possible to have much more. So it's what you want to when you just start. You want to increase your proficiency, and also an interesting thing that each item, it's better to increase proficiency of it with all classes. So you take this sword, first level up with a warrior, then use it with another class, and etc. Because this proficiency gives bonuses all around for all uh, heroes who equip it, which is very nice. Important thing that equipment could be common, uncommon, rare, and etc. So common types of equipment, it's very fast to level up them, like 2 hours, and you level up common equipment till level 10. Very easy. But later on, for example, uncommon, it would take a day for you to level up till level 10. And it's quite critical, important thing, because this way, what I could say, before there is a thing that rebirth tier 2, it's reset your proficiency with items. So it's quite important to make your quests of apprentice of weapon, armor, and jewelry up to level 3 to finish it before you would go with tier 2 rebirth. Though tier 2 rebirth also has very useful thing which make it faster. So yeah, it's kind of trade-off. There are different tactics depending on how much tier 2 rebirths you would use, and it's depending on when you would make your ascension, because some people, they make ascension when they have 5 points, they reset everything, and if you do this thing, it's better to make your apprentice level 4, up to level 4. I mean, level up 15 out of 15, not more than 15 different weapons, for example. But if you're going to long term, you could actually get after rebirth for tier 2, and then you could easily level up everything very fast. So it's depending on your strategy. But yes, the basic information that you at first you should, we would talk about rebirths and ascension later, but for now just try to level up proficiency of each common rarity item for each hero. Later on you would use disassemble, after disassemble, so your inventory wouldn't clutter too much. You see I have a lot of space here, though actually it's better maybe to turn off some disassembling here, because I also disassembling some enchanted items, which is not good. I need upgrade to include enhanced equipment. Anyway, so it's considering basic information about equipment. Also, you could get unique items from locations. So different locations has different unique items, but I wouldn't recommend you to focus on it really. It's kind of, when you just start, it's quite useless items. So with some exceptions, for example, for me it's very useful to get spider catching net at spider maze, just because it gives you possibility to get light nets without building trapper to rank 4. Okay, it's a lot of complicated stuff. Anyway, considering equipment, just open as much slots as you can, and it could be useful for you. Lab. In lab you produce different items you have, first of all, every let's turn on my production. Okay, it's already maxed for me. Thing is that you accumulate mystery water. You have certain amount of fuel. You could put this fuel into producing different essences. The type of essence depends on catalyst, and when you just start to play, make a lot of essence of slime like this. So you could just choose a catalyst, then put arrow up, and you start producing. And you could see, for example, if you hover on minor health potion, that you make essence of slime, and you could use essence of slime to craft this potion. So for example, right now I'm crafting them very fast, you see, in a bulk. Okay, I crafted and I received a lot of alchemy points. These alchemy points, you could put them into different upgrades. For example, nitrous extractor, which provide you possibility to gain nitro when you're alchemizing, which is very nice thing. So right now I want to put my points there, so I do not spend it. But yeah, there are a lot of useful stuff here. And you would also, when you make any essence, there is a rare chance to craft special, very rare material. For example, for slime catalyst, it's slime ball, and this chance you could increase it by level upping catalyst. Important thing to remember that all these level ups of catalysts, they would be resetted at world ascension. That's why you shouldn't focus at high level catalysts, because some resources like a natural shard, all these flame shards, they are quite hard to get, long time to get. So only like slime catalysts, it's good thing to level up a lot. Other thing better to leave as it is, or maybe some put like 5 points or something like this. So yeah, just turn it on, produce, expand your cap of your mystery water. Later on you would have pet, which would automatically expand it. Also there is a crafting of different enchanted scrolls. You would have town building, blacksmith, which would make this, but for a new player, for like first week or more even, you do not need to care about these scrolls much. So yeah, just use different catalysts to produce different essence, and at certain moment, like very low chance, but you would produce super rare materials like this slime balls, and you would need them a lot in town building and to performing different upgrades. So the lab and alchemy, it's big part of the game, and you should kind of go into it because it gives you a lot of progress. When I just started to play, I kind of thought that it's kind of not really important, but later on I understood that yeah, you should go into it. Next, considering guild, just level up it. Guild level raise very high when you level up your heroes. That's why you should make rebirths. So this after rebirth, tier 1, you need fairy pet to make it. Let me show it how it looks like. We again could make already tier 2. Let me make it manually, and then I'll show you just what is after rebirth. I turn it on, and now every time when my hero would hit certain level 100 is alright, he would make rebirth. So it's super fast, you see. Okay, we already made rebirth, so like 10 seconds or even maybe less, and you make rebirth. You accumulate points which you could put into different upgrades. Yeah, it's first tier 1 rebirth. You just need a special pet. We'll talk about pets. So yeah, considering guild levels, main source of increasing it it's rebirthing your heroes thousands and even hundreds of thousands times. And you could have 3 heroes at the same time, and you would have one like active hero. Right now I have Angel, and other they are passive. It means that they make progress, they play slower. So you see 40% background gain efficiency, which you could later on increase by completing a quest. Rebirth it's called. I do not have it right now. Let me check this hero. Yeah, proof of rebirth. So if you would see in titles and hover over it, you would see that it's when you complete this quest, it's increasing your background cooperation, which is very nice. Later on, when you would make your ascension, you would be able to add one more hero slot. So you totally would have 4 heroes which can play at the same time, and it's limit right now. Maybe later in this game developer would add some extension to it. So it's considering guild. Also there is some abilities which you could increase. First of all, put all your points to training. Secondary, put points to, I think not all points, okay, 5 points to training. Then put 10 points to imitating to open your global skill slot. Then again go for training until you would have max level 10. After it again go to open second global skill slot, and after it put some into studying and purifying. It's my build. You might have some different strategy, but it's what I chose. Now pets. In some other games, pets they are not so important, like decoration or minor buffs, but in Incremental Epic Hero 2, pets it's the main part of the progress, because most of the automated things like after rebirthing, after disassembling all other stuff, it's coming from pets skills. So first of all you need to acquire pet. How to do it? You go to the shop and you should buy throwing net. So you buy throwing net, then you equip this net. Just move it to your utility slot. So let me move to another hero which would be a bit easier. So it's Thief, and he has some nets which I bought in the shop. Let's take this net and we put it in utility slot. At first you would notice we do not catch any monsters. Why? Because each net has its own color, and monsters, okay, like creatures, they have also color. There is a normal. Normal, it means colorless, you could say. Yeah, blue, yellow, red, and etc. So at first you would have only a normal net which works on normal monster. So you need to come to the location where these normal monsters lives, and then you need to right click at monsters which you want to capture. Important thing to look at this net requirements, because some nets each net has its own capturable monster level maximum. So yeah, don't try to capture too powerful monsters. So let me just show it to you. Yeah, here. Okay, I have upgrades from Epic Store or from pets, I do not recall even. Anyway, these upgrades, they use these nets automatically. And also there is very awesome upgrade, how it's called, Utility Keeper, which put nets from my inventory to utility slot. So Also, there is another upgrade from pet to buy traps automatically. So, for example, at this hero, let me show it to you. My warrior, he automatically buy throwing nets, regular ones. He automatically takes them to agility. So it's fully automated system. I do not need to worry about this catching. It's very useful. So if we take a look, I mostly catch spiders, catched for some time. You see, captured 1000, and it gives a bonus to point gain. Point gain for pets, it's super important thing, because for example, most important pet to get it's green fox. It's very hard to get it at first forward ascension, but I kind of did it already. I have the nets. My next video would be about how to do with it. But the thing is that to be able to use this after rebirth option, you need rank 1 of this pet, and to get this rank 1, you need to increase it by capturing not one creature but a lot of them. For green fox, for example, it's like 40 foxes I need to catch, and without this bonus point to capturing, I would need like 60, and it's important because these nets, they are hard to get. You get them only from special quest, King of the Fairies 3, but we would no, Queen of the Fairies. We would talk about it in next video. So yeah, it's considering pets. Try to get pets. Don't forget to turn on their abilities, because they were useful. You can't summon them. You could just turn on their abilities, and to summon them you need timer class at guild level 60. Next town, you could build different buildings in town and upgrade them. Thing is that this building, they would be resetted, but things which you research, so each building has 3 types of research for kind of, it doesn't really depending on the resources directly, but yeah, so you could level up, you could research certain property in different buildings, and it's give permanent upgrades, which is very nice. And you do not need to have this research active to get this bonus. So once you researched it, it would stay forever with you, which is very cool. So yeah, when you just start to play in tutorial, they suggest to you to research, I think this one, yeah, town material gain, which is all right, but do not research too much. This maybe level 10, it's all right to get. Most important things when you just start to play, it's in statue of heroes, some resource gain, gold, some basic stuff, but later on, good things, it's arcane researcher, which increase rate of researching, super cool thing. Then in temple there is rebirth level requirements, reducing rebirth level requirements. Why it's important? Because, for example, for me it's very easy to get till level 285, but from 285 to 300 it takes plenty of time. With this upgrade, you could make it much less. So it's useless for rebirth 1, but it's critical for rebirth 2, 3, and etc. It's super important thing. So yeah, it's better to go for it. Also, I used Trapper to get more traps to the shop. So just go for it, and some of that You do not need to get too much of research right on in a certain one focused item. Better to get everything, because at first it go fast and then it's much slower. So most important for me, what I'm doing right now, I'm going with rebirth level requirements minus, and also a leaf research to make this rebirth work faster. And another thing, I just built it Mystic Arena to have super dungeons. We will talk about them in next levels, next videos. It's kind of a big topic. So in this shop, in this town, also you could you should level up buildings. You should level up them because it gives you additional level milestones, and also like a level effect. So for example, Statue of Heroes, which I thought when I just started to play it's something not so useful, but then I recognized, okay, it gives you XP gain and it's quite cheap to build it. At certain point you need to rank it up, and for this you would need, you see this slime ball, which we create by crafting our, yeah, basically I forgot to turn it on, crafting our essences. Yeah, it's first approach to town. There are a lot of things to tell, so we would also make another video about it. Considering shop, just buy everything what you can, because gold it's fast to get resource. Be aware, do not sell accidentally your materials, because I did it once, because it's kind of bad buttons here. Also traps, buy all traps which you can and use them ASAP. Blessings in the shop, they are very useful to defeat challenge bosses. So when you would fight with challenge bosses, before the battle, go to the shop, buy blessings, and first you would be able to have only one blessing, later on you would have more blessing at the same time, and it makes your boss fighting much easier in challenge. Consider rebirth. Yeah, I said that after rebirth, super important thing. For example, right now you see it's on, and I automatically doing these 4 quests. Why I'm doing these 4 quests? Because first 4 quests, they are most fastest quests in the game, and when I'm finishing it, I'm ready for rebirth. So I'm doing them again and again, and this way I increase this quest mastery for each of these quests, which give me more rebirth points and also give me more stuff. Some people they prefer make more quests, but for rebirth 1 I think it's quite solid option to make only these 4 quests. Okay, it's considering rebirths. Later on you would have 2, 3 and others, but when you just start focus, okay, let me say, like, for the ascension, first ascension, I think that you shouldn't aim to get guild level to 60 level. 50 it's all right. Also I'm quite close to it, I'll say. So considering rebirthing, your main hero, it should make rebirth tier 3, must have. But I am, for example, I make tier 3, I'm planning to make tier 3 with all my heroes before I'll make ascension. And yeah, challenge is just make bosses. I'll also make some videos about it later. Super dungeons, it's for later. Also expedition, quite easy thing. You send your companions, your pets, to get some resources. So you could send them for a long time, for a day, for example, or for some hours, and they would bring you back some resources. So focus at like basic resources to increase your expedition levels, which give you additional expedition slots. Quite easy. And yeah, considering ascension, do not haste. Actually, there are a lot of different strategies. Some people, they prefer to go into world ascension right on. The thing is that after you would complete it and you would reset almost everything, you would have like some time when you would make accomplishments. So if you after you would make ascension, in first 2 hours you would perform tier 1 rebirth, you would get this point, accomplishment point. And when you would have 5 points, you preserve unique equipment. For 10, you preserve a catalyst level. Do you remember I told you that it's better not to focus increasing catalyst levels when you just start to play, because it would be resetted. But so thing is that you want to have a lot of these ascension points because you want to make this accomplishment. So in your first 2 or some more time, like 6 hours, if you clear certain rate in 6 hours, I don't think it's possible for this one, but for some stuff it's quite possible. So for example, if you kill Guardian Core in 6 hours, you would receive a point additional, and these points, they would make your next world ascensions much easier, which is very cool. So where to put it? Guild X booster, because a lot of stuff goes, a lot of accomplished points goes from getting your guild faster, you see. Active hero slot expansion, you would want it, of course, but the thing is that it takes 10 points. So you see, I have right now, if I would make ascension, I'll get 16 points total. So putting 10 into hero slot expansion, it's questionable. So maybe if I'll make some more, I'll do it. But yeah, you actually want stuff like Guild X booster and area booster, some stuff which would make your next ascension faster and easier. But of course, you would go for active heroes slot. It's a very good thing, and you would have not 3 heroes, but 4, which is nice. Now, considering Epic Store, yeah, there are a lot of things to buy. The good thing is first 2 upgrades. Do not bother to buy these queues. You would get them for free later on, especially alchemy queue. You need it just at much later, in 2 weeks or later even. Easy access. I wouldn't say that it's too useful thing. Right on. Yeah, it's kind of makes a bit easier, but you have better place to put your epic coins. Super important thing is equipment tenancy, because it gives you possibility to equip any item of any level at your hero. So it's, I would say, a third upgrade which you should take, equipment tenancy. I like Canwin because it gives possibility to put all your heroes to one area, and I'm too lazy to switch between them. But it's also not the most critical. It's just because I like to move all my heroes. I like to farm one location. But yeah, you could go for active pet slots. It's also a nice thing. There are a lot of useful stuff. Utility keeper must have when you would start working on nets, if you want, because yeah, just a few words, important words about choosing different ways. It's all matter about when you make your first world ascension. Some people, they make it when they would get fairy hero, which give possibility to rebirth tier 1. After this, they kind of make ascension. It's okay, but I chose for myself that I want to have a green fox at my first ascension already, because these pets they not resetted, so you could preserve some of these pets, which is nice, and also their progress preserved. So I want to have this after rebirth tier 2. That's why I want to catch this green fox. But where to get the nets? It's very hard to build your town, your trapper, to get green nets. It takes so much resources. to go with it. You see, I need level 60 trapper. It's a lot. So, but it's also possible. So I chose the way there is a quest, Queen of the Fairies, where you could get this net. And for myself, I've chosen this way. That's why in Epic Store, for me, Utility Keeper, it's what was very useful thing, because it gives me possibility to reduce amount of these green nets, light nets, which I need to capture this green fox, because green fox, you need initially 60 green fox to rank 1, to increase to rank 1, but with bonus from spiders, for example, taming point gains, you could make it like 40. So one less quest to do, because it kind of takes a lot of time to buy this red nets manually from the shop. So it's kind of not really fun quest, I'll say. But I did it. So this was helpful for me. So what you could, you should buy stuff depending on your strategy. So if you focused at certain stuff, you go for it. Yeah, it's kind of, for example, in Rebirth, I bought in Rebirth everything because I like this lazy questing mod. Lazy questing mod upgrades with favorite area, all this stuff I use. So I bought it because I use it at this after rebirthing. This way I farm these quests, you see, in like 10,000, okay, 15,000 of these quests already I complete. So it give me more and more rewards, which I like. So yeah, in this game there are a lot of different choices. Also, by the way, I recommend you to go to the options and disable a lot of things. Actually, I even disable attack effects most of the time, so less stuff on the screen would distract me. But you would need to see these attack effects when you make challenges, because some bosses which you fight, you need to dodge stuff, so you need to understand what's going on. So yeah, also there are some bonus codes, so go to the Discord of this game, and in Discord, yes, there is a link. You would find a lot of bonus codes. They give a lot epic coins, which is nice. And also you go for this events. I myself kind of failed to do it properly, but I would say if you just started and didn't go too far, it's worth to make this event, full release event, because yeah, you get very nice talismans, super useful. So the more you get, the better. And I myself failed with it, so I'm too lazy to make it again. But you can. So thank you very much for watching. This is just basic guide where I covered, I think, like maybe 5% information about this game. This game huge. There's so much interesting stuff in it and so much discovery. So yeah, I hope to see you in my next videos about this game. Subscribe to my channel, please, and write your comments. I'll be very happy to read them. Have a good day. Bye bye.